Okay, so good day, class. I want to with regards to the portfolio that we're going to be building on during this term. So let me go ahead and share my screen, right? And so let's go into our Google Classroom. So this is us right here, right? And in our classwork section, under the topic of term 3, I uploaded these 3 documents here, right? 2 of which are materials and 1 is the assignment. The assignment will be the example portfolio, which you will be downloading. All right, so you click on this and you open there, right? And then you come to the side. Well, if it's not opening like that, you click the middle here. And this new box, this new tab will open. Right? So just give it a little second to load up. Right? So this is the example portfolio that I did for you guys, right? And just as before, the cover page remains the same, right? The due date changes to from February the 9th to, I believe, let me double check that. It changed to, all right, so the first grading scheme will display when the new deadline was shifted to the 6th of May. So let me get that inside one time. So I'll come back here, copy and paste it in. Right? So it'll be the 6th of May. Right. So continuing on, I will have to get back to this, right? But let's continue with the portfolio, the building of the portfolio. I gave you all a head start. That means that I went into different parts of the portfolio and filled out some places for you guys so that you can get some marks ahead so you can start off, with a winning foot. Yes, it's up to you. So in the acknowledgements page, I put this, right? It's an example. You could take point from this paragraph and write something similar. I'll be accepting nothing more than 7 lines, right? Table of contents, these pages may have to change, these page numbering have to change based on your portfolio. Your portfolio might be have more pages than others, or it might have less, but make sure that you cover the work required, right? The other part where I filled out for you is the introduction part of the portfolio. And this term you'll be focusing on the two-way switch circuit, as I said before, right? So here is the context, the challenge, and the problem definition. So the context is such that Anna Stewart, I left the name as Anna Stewart, lives in an upstairs and downstairs house. At night, she wakes up to get a glass of water in the kitchen downstairs. However, her bedroom is upstairs. She normally has trouble managing her way down the flight of stairs and occasionally falls due to the lack of light along the stairwell. She is concerned that one night she will fall and get seriously injured eventually. The challenge here is such that you wish to solve Anna Stewart's problem and make a lighting circuit that will provide sufficient light along the stairwell for her at night. It is important to note that she must be able to control the switch from 2 different locations, that is upstairs and at the bottom of the flight of stairs. This is to ensure convenience of usage and help her to practice energy saving to switch off the light when she no longer needs it, right? And it's to help her. Right? The problem definition. Ideally, Anna Stewart should install a motion sensor light along the stairwell. However, she is unable to afford a motion sensor device to operate the switch circuit. It is too expensive for her. Right? It is too expensive for her budget. She wants to fix this problem because she's afraid that eventually she'll seriously injure herself when she has occasional falls due to the inability to see properly at night. Therefore, she wants to feel confident that at night when she wakes up for water, she can use the stairs without being afraid to fall, as well as save energy to keep her light bill low so as to afford it. The solution proposed is to make a two-way switch circuit that will enable her to do both, right? And here is some additional research or part of the introduction to fill out the body. What is electricity? Because you're dealing with current and voltage, right? Reflection. Here's something small, acceptance, something like 4 or 5 lines. And this is what I wrote here for an example. An example. When I was given this project to do, I was very doubtful that I can do it. I say this because I had never built any devices before, although ironically my dad is an electrician, and so forth and so forth. Right? In the research, however, I'm going to make it extremely simple for you guys, right? Last term we had to look at 5 different videos and pull out 5 titles, pull out 5 purposes, specifications, and references and whatnot. However, this term I'm going to make it simple. I will provide the link, right, of the two-way switch circuit and put it in here, right? So let me do that one time. Right, so let's look at this. Right, so it's the first option, right? I'm not going to play it at this point in time, but all I'm doing this is so I can get the link so I can paste it into the document for reference, right? Control V. And why I say I'm going to make this easy is because of this explanation here. What I want is that from this one video, there are 4 different versions of the circuit, right? I want you all to draw all 4 options or versions of the circuit, right? Each version basically is a different arrangement of connections between the switches, the two-way switches, as well as how it's connected to the light, right? I want you to draw out these 4 variations for me, right? And explain briefly what is connected to what, right? So if, well, the two-way switch circuit is such that it has a common and 2 poles, L1 and L2, right? So this is the two-way switch circuit. And in a two-way switch circuit, we have 2 of those, right? Where we have the common connect, the first version is the common connected to the common in the first switch is connected to the live, and the common in the second switch is connected to the light bulb, right? But in between the 2 circuits, the 2 switches are connected L1 to L2 and L2 to L1, right? But in the other variations, they change, right? In different arrangements so that it works the same way, right? So I want you to draw those things and state underneath it how it was connected. In other words, tell me how current flows in the circuit, right? So that being explained now, I'll move on to the possible solutions right? And your possible solutions would be chosen 2 out of those 4 variations, right? And you're doing the same thing as a copy and paste of this section into here, just choosing 2 of those, right? And your chosen solution will be whichever one you so desire to use, right? I'm leaving that solely up to you. You could choose version 1, version 2, version 3. It does not matter. To me, what matters is that when you build it, it works efficiently, right? So, as I said, is a copy and a paste over to here. And I want you to do some further research here for the chosen solution, right? Because I want you to state the advantages and disadvantages here. This is where I want you to state the advantages and disadvantages of the chosen solution which you choose, right? And between the chosen solution and possible solutions, you have your group project. But that is something I'll get into most likely a little later on, if not in this video, in another tutorial. All right, so moving on, you have the development of the project. Here, I want you to list the tools, the materials, and the procedures. All right, so the tools would be something like your stripper knife, or let's say your screwdriver, your pliers, and so forth, etc. Right? But I wanted to make the list, right? These are just examples. The materials here would be 2 examples. Again, will be electrical wires, and let's say the LED bulb, right? Right, and then this procedure, I wanted to list it in terms of step 1, step 2, step 3, and so forth, right? etc. Right? So I believe this section is so straightforward, the development of the project, right? Here you have your testing and critical assessment of the project. Right here, I want you to evaluate by testing, right? To see if the circuit works, if you flip the switch, if you flip switch 1, if it operates the light on and off, if you flip switch 2 and it operates the light coming on and off, right? And once that criteria is fulfilled, you know that the circuit has passed the test. If not, you're going to have to find a solution to make sure it works, or double check your wiring connections, right? Evaluation of work. Based on the test results, you want to discuss the results of the test. How does it compare to specifications? What does the results of the test mean? Be descriptive, right? So here also you have limitations. I want to remove this part here, right? I don't want you to focus on that, right? I want you to tell me what are the limitations of this circuit, right? Like where it's flawed, or in an ideal world, how could it work better, right? And possible applications that tell me where you could put this circuit, or how you could improve it. Yeah, is there extra component that you could put in it so that it will work efficiently automatically? You tell me, you let me know. And this could only be done based on your research, right? You have to do further research to answer this question for possible future applications or improvement, right? Second to last, we have the references here, where we state the author, the video, the website, YouTube, and the interview. Possibly like when you go to the hardware or the electronic store, like the recommendations that you got from the store attendant, because they probably would have given you advice on what's the best components to buy and why. You know, what features it would have allowed you in the circuit. Also, you have an appendix, and an appendix is anything extra. And here I would like you to post um, pictures, yes, pictures of your circuit in a plan view. And what do I mean by saying plan view? I mean by directly over the circuit board, right? So when you finish building a circuit, I don't want a picture from the front or the side. I want a picture straight above it, right? So and apart from that, I want to see a 10-second video operation of the circuit to make sure that I know you make sure it working, right? So that will be required to be forwarded to me via WhatsApp, either directly or on the WhatsApp group. But I prefer on the WhatsApp group, so everything will be in one place instead of going through different conversations on WhatsApp, right? So if you send it to me on the WhatsApp group, that would be excellent. If not, there's no other choice, send it to me direct, right? So this is how you build your portfolio, right? So this was the end of tutorial 1. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye, guys.